Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 5th grade concept of generating additive and multiplicative patterns. This is standard 5.4C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 5 of the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we have a rule here, y equals x plus 2 and 5/10, or 5/100, excuse me, that's going to be very important, 5/100. We are looking at an additive pattern because you notice we're adding rather than multiplying. So let's use substitution. Substitution is where we take our equation, y equals x plus 2 and 5/100. And we're simply going to replace one of the variables. So in this case, let's start with x. That's going to be our input here. And let's plug in this x. And so we're going to say x equals 29 and 1/10. So we're going to say y equals 29 and 1/10 plus 2 and 5/100. And in order to really do this, I really don't want to eyeball it. Let's go ahead and line up the decimals here. So I'm going to line up, I've got 29 and 1/10. I'm going to just line that up right underneath my 2 and 5/100. So you notice I've got my decimal lined up here. So this 5/100, there's really nothing in the 100 spot underneath it, so I'm going to go ahead and put a 0 there. So it looks like we've got 5. That's 15/100. Then I've got 11. It's going to be, so I've got 31 and 15/100. It's not anywhere close, but I can tell you what the problem is right here. If this one is in the 10th spot, all we have to do is move this over one decimal spot to the right. If that were to become 29.01, then we would be good. That would actually add it correctly, but that is incorrect. So let's look at B. So B, we're going to use our same y equals x plus 2 and 5/100. We're going to let, in this case, x equal 31 and 15/100. So let's say y equals 31 and 15/100 plus 2 and 5/10. Let's go ahead and line it up underneath our 31 and 15/100 because we've got some space there. Let's just add that up and see what it looks like. That's going to be 10. That's going to be 2. Let's bring our decimal down. That's 3. So 33.20, or really 33.2. So nope, we're not looking good on that one either. That's 30. That's 5/10 away. So let's do the same thing over here. It's going to be C or D. Y equals x plus 2 and 5/100. We're going to let x, in this case, equal 29.1, 29 and 1/10. So y equals 29 and 1/10 plus 2 and 5/100. So let's go ahead and bring this as a little bit more space underneath the 29, 2, 5/100. So we've got to really make sure we stretch that out. So let's go ahead and put a 0 in the 100th spot up top. We're going to do, that's going to be 15. And let's see. We've got 31/15. Okay, so that's good. Let's double check on D, make sure it's not going to work. Y equals x plus 2 and 5/10. So x is going to equal 31.15. So y equals 31 and 15/100. Plus 2 and 5/100. So let's stick that underneath here. See what we're going to get. We're going to get, let's see, 20, 33.2. So it looks like they actually subtracted 2 and 5/100 down here. So D is incorrect, which means our answer is, if you want to go ahead and check, it's going to be plus 205 all the way down. That looks good. So our answer here is going to be C.